Good morning. This morning we're going to be talking about the military mindset and the difference between open and fixed mindset. I'm sorry. Yeah, open and fixed mindset. In the military we have a mindset of getting everything done and not letting anything get in our way and stuff like that with our mission. So we have a very determined mindset. There's not much that we don't think that we can do, and there's not much that we don't think that we can finish. And so I remember when I was in Iraq in 2007 through 2009, being in the dining facility and being the one that was the person that put out the changes to the policies based on what this commanding general wanted as far as the dress codes and stuff. And we had civilians in the chow hall, contractors, because we were in Baghdad and we were the division chow hall for 4th ID, 4th Infantry Division. Good morning, Manette. It was getting to be May, so the temperature is triple digits. So we started letting people wear shorts in the chow hall, and of course the only shorts the military had was the PT shorts, so there wasn't a whole lot of guidance on that. But anyway, the policy was out, and I was standing there one day and I had a civilian contractor come up to me, and we started talking about the policy, and he asked me, "Are you that asymmetric in your thinking?" And of course I said yes, because in the military it's only one way, and that's the way that the commanding general wants, and it's not, I didn't bat an eye, so my mindset, while it was fixed, was still able to make decisions, because nobody was forcing me to enforce that policy. I could have said, yeah, well, the old man upstairs, he don't know what he's talking about. He's just trying to make trouble for y'all. He really don't want y'all eating in the chow hall. I could have come up with a lot of things to say, but I knew what to say, because, and I wanted to say that, because that's how it works in the military. You don't go against what other people orders and stuff like that. So, so the mindset in the military is different than it is for the civilian world. So let's look at the two types of mindset: fixed mindset and growth mindset. So in a fixed mindset, you say, this is too hard, I can't make this any better. So whatever it is, you're just going to say, I'm done. If I fail, I'm no good. So you're scared of failure. Why bother trying? This is where you really don't want to make anything better in your life. Her project is better than mine. This is where you think that everybody else's thing is better than yours, even though you have a good project. I'm never going to learn this. This is self-esteem, self-doubt. You don't think that you can learn this. I mean, I with my son, with his high school stuff now, he's a senior, and the last time that I remember helping him with any homework was even when he was like 4th grade. That's just how much difference the school systems and the learning abilities of individual people have changed since I've been in school. Only talented people are successful. So you don't think you have any talents. You think that you will never be successful. So let's go over to growth mindset. What am I missing? So you're always looking for something that you think that would work better. You never settle for what's in front of you. You want to find something better. I can always improve my work. So like I said, you're looking for ways to improve your work. Like I was a cook in the kitchen, so I looked for shortcuts to take to get better at what I was doing. Work smarter, not harder. I learned from both my failures and success, and that's true, because I know that learning from your failures is easy, but learning from your successes too. When you're successful with something, you can say, okay, the next time that this comes around, this is how I'm going to respond, because it works. So you learn what works and what don't work. Let me try it another way. And this is not giving up on yourself and not being beat down, and you're allowing yourself to say, okay, I didn't get it right that time. And like I said, this is that plan A, B, C, D, E, and F. Feedback helps make me refine my ideas. So asking somebody else, say, hey, I don't really understand this, can you help me with it? It's just like the other day, in writing my book, I was talking to my son. I said, I really want to try to phrase this a certain way, and he got in there and he just typed it out. That was just it. I said, okay, cool. I use some strategies that I've learned, and this is where you're know what works, what don't work, and that's through trial and error. That's how you learn things. You can't just sit like a rock and just hope something absorbs. It's not, because the rock is not going to absorb anything. My skills will grow and develop over time. So that there's room for growth, and you are looking for that growth. You're saying, okay, I can do this. So now that we covered the two types of mindsets, like I said, with the military, having the mindset that we had in the military, it was more about discipline. It was more about purpose. We had a purpose and we had discipline, and so those two things play into your mindset now. You don't have the team around you that you were used to. So you either figure out how to develop things on your own, or you figure out how to develop a team around you. Now, I can tell you from personal experience working in the kitchen, you can develop a team around you, but it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of work to do that, because you have to be willing to involve yourself into, like in a kitchen, it would be 6 or 8 people, into their lives in depth, small talk and knowing about their families and stuff. Same thing we did in the military, and that will work, but you have to be realizing, you have to brace yourself for the disappointment that can come along, because nobody is vested in it like you are. So don't be disappointed when they're not vested like you are. They're there for a job. They're not going to do it any different, and it's just one of the things, like I said, we are ruthlessly resilient. We will do anything to make a job happen. I have, in the kitchen, we got sharp knives and everything. I've cut myself, gone to the bathroom, put a Band-Aid on it, cleaned it up, came back, kept working, didn't say anything to my boss or anybody. And maybe a couple hours later, somebody, hey, you cut your finger. It's like, yeah, it's okay. When'd you do that? I said, a couple hours ago. It's like, okay. And so, they're like, how come you didn't say anything? It's like, I cut my finger, I put a Band-Aid on, it's no big deal. And so that's why, that mindset plays into things. I think I would have probably done the same thing had I not been in the military, had I not done the things, because of the way I was raised. You know, it's just about that resilience, about being able to do things that make sense, you know, and not being lazy and all that, you know. I'm going to give you some tips on maintaining your positive mindset, because you have to realize that the positive mindset, you are in the minority, not the majority. Most people out there do not have a positive mindset, just like most people out there are pessimistic and not optimistic. You know, I'm a realist. You know, I look at reality and deal with it from there. You determine your reality. Same thing I was just talking about. You know, I don't let the negativity that I hear around me determine my reality. I determine my reality. Start your day strong. You know, you get up. My why is why I get out of bed every morning. My why is to help veterans. You know, that's my why. Exercise is a natural good feeling drug. You know, it's just like sitting outside right now. I'm absorbing sunlight, and that is helping my vitamin D and my depression. If you don't know it, getting sunlight helps your depression. Use books, audios, videos. You know, I'm always reading books, you know, always looking at things to improve my mindset, to overload your brain with positivity. So, you know, get you a book, you know, that has quotes in it that you can read every day, or one of those little calendars that has a thing each day, and you peel it off, you read it. Hang out with positive people. Obviously, that's one that's going to be difficult, because, like I said, you have to find that group of people who want the same thing you do. Your language shapes your thoughts. In other words, don't talk negative. You need to keep positive talk. If you're talking negative, you yourself talking negative, and that tells me that you have a fixed mindset, that you are not a positive thinking person. Show your appreciation for others. You know, whenever I was in the kitchen, of course, I always would tell people, hey, it's a good job. You know, thank you for doing that, or thank you for doing this, or whatever, you know, because we need each other. We need each other to grow. We need each other to have a positive mindset. We need each other to be able to do things. You know, we can't do this by ourselves. You know, as a veteran, you know, I know that a lot of times I get into a mindset of I'm just going to do it myself, screw everybody, you know, and I end up finding myself alone and stuff, and it's not good. And it's why that we have to keep doing things with other people, so that we are where we're at. You know, mindfulness is simply being aware of what is happening right now. Last night, in a group I'm in, we talked about, well, it was yesterday afternoon we talked about it, in a group I was in, about our lives. And, you know, I said, my life is what it is right now in this moment. There is no past, and the future hadn't, well, I said, I can't live in the past, and I'm not living in the future. I'm living in the present. And I believe that's the only way that you can live your life and be effective in it, is living it in the present. Because and there's nothing wrong with going back on the past from your mistakes and learning from that, and that's what you do. But if you're living in the future, wanting things to be better in the future, you have to live in the present to want things to be better in the present, in order to be better in the future. You know, you can't just automatically jump 5 years to the future and things are better. You know, you have to do the things that you want to do. And so, excuse me, I'm sorry. And so, like I said, with a positive mindset and with the fixed mindset, you have to determine the mindset you want to have. You know, for me, it's always going to be a positive mindset. Even when those days come around, you know, I'm going to still have a positive mindset, because I know that I can't allow myself to go into that hole that I probably will not get out of, you know. And it's that way now, you know, having to take care of yourself with some self-love and be able to fight another day and everything. Get that ladybug off the screen. But anyway, so that's what I have for today. Thank you for joining me. And next week we're going to talk about the cognitive distortion, 13 thinking errors that we cause ourselves to get into because of our thinking errors. So we'll go over those, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you.